Hello, fellow members of the Midnight Society. Welcome back to another episode review from the show Are You Afraid of the Dark? Last time, we covered The Tale of the Chameleons, a Betty Ann story about an evil lizard that tries to take over the life of a teenage girl. Tonight's narrative, from Kiki, is about a girl who is offered magical items to improve her life, but at unseen costs that could ruin it. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society, I call this Season 5, Episode 11, The Tale of the Vacant Lot. We open on the gang having a bit of a show and tell because Kiki asked everyone to bring the item that was most valuable to them. Now, normally on this show, it's just Gary and Tucker flaunting their family's wealth, but in this episode, more people reveal their financial standings. Gary brings in a signed picture of Harry Houdini, and Tucker brings in a Hank Aaron rookie card, both of which would have been worth thousands of dollars in the 90s. So, clearly the magic shop front for their dad's drug dealing is still going strong. Sam brings in a bracelet that belonged to her great-grandmother, which, may have some monetary value, but seems more reasonable to what a teenager might bring to a show and tell. Then, there's Betty Ann.
The Poems of Edgar Allan Poe, printed in the 1800s.
Get out of here! A first edition print of an Edgar Allan Poe book from the 1800s in what looks to be great condition? That kind of book, according to the internet, is worth around $40,000 in today's money. Now, look, I know it's not just a straight inflation adjustment because the value of antiques does ebb and flow with demand, but even in the 90s, that book had to have been worth $10,000 to $20,000. Hell, I was in high school at the time, and do you know how many goth friends I had that would have sacrificed me or anyone else they knew to some dark force to get a copy of that book? 2. The answer is 2. But my point is, that book has no business being near a campfire in the f***ing woods.
Logical.
Stig says he didn't bring anything, but it's obvious that he's lying and just doesn't want to show it. Kiki reveals that she brought a snow globe that her father gave her when she was a baby. Tucker says that's weak and it isn't worth anything, thus prompting Kiki to give the preamble to her story.
Everything has a price. You have to make sure the price you pay doesn't turn out to be more than you bargained for.
The tale begins on some track and field tryouts, and we see our main character, Catherine, giving it her best go. Oof. Having flashbacks to my own high school track experience. Anyway, everyone there seems very supportive of Catherine, which feels unusual for Are You Afraid of the Dark? Look, if we don't have a bully or a twatty sibling, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Another average performance from average old Catherine.
So it's not your event. You can still make the team.
Wait, supportive peers, adults, and a sibling? What's going on with you, Kiki? Did someone hug you or pay you a compliment before you left for the meetup? Look, Kiki, this person might be molding you into a well-adjusted adult, but they are screwing with your storytelling edge. Cut them loose.
Okay.
While Catherine is talking to her sister, this happens.
Sorry about that, you okay?
Yeah.
This shirtless, slutty piece of man-meat is Eric, and Catherine isn't the only one who got hit in the face with his sweaty pheromones.
Wow, what a fox.
On their way home, Catherine's sister Joyce is trying to remember the names of the former nations of the Soviet Union for school, so Catherine teaches her a trick to help.
Imagine a man standing on a turkey. You get Turk, man, stand.
And I think we've all got just the man in mind.
I've been alone with you inside my mind.
Joyce realizes she forgot her social studies book at school and goes back to get it. Just then, the wind picks up and some gray clouds appear to be moving in towards Catherine, knocking her hat off. She retrieves the hat to discover Kiki, the moment a structure with an occupant appears, it's no longer a vacant lot. I'm going to let it slide for now since someone gave you the Care Bear stare and it's throwing you off your game, but I'm going to need a better title by the end of the night.
I'm gonna smack you.
Catherine ventures into the Ren Fair merchant stall to find a bunch of random items before meeting the shopkeeper.
I've been waiting for you. See anything you like?
Catherine, get out of there. This lady wants to sell you... what's the name of it?
This is crack.
Oh, thanks, Pee-wee. And for those of you at home, that's also Conky's secret word of the day, so tread lightly. Anyway, Catherine's stranger danger vibes kick in, but before she can leave, the shopkeeper presents her with some sneakers, which lures her back, though I don't really know why, because they're not BK Knights or Reebok pumps. We learn that the shopkeeper's name is Marie. She says that she knows what it's like to feel average and just wants to help. Catherine says that she doesn't have any money, so Marie offers a trade.
Your ring would add nicely to my collection.
Okay, Catherine, you seriously need to get the out of there. Everything about this is off. You can't trust anyone clad in all black who is hiding their face and has hag hands. All right, and look, I shouldn't be hand shaming. Maybe she's not a hag. Maybe she just burned her hands on a crack pipe. Sorry, that was on me. Won't happen again. Catherine doesn't leave, but says that she can't trade her ring. She said it was a gift from her grandfather, and it's the only valuable thing she has. Marie is not deterred, though.
Well, then I'll take something that has no value to you.
Like what?
Should it matter?
Yes, Catherine, it does matter. You never enter any form of contract without knowing the terms first. This is how big magic gets you, okay? They know that you're young and dumb, and they get you to sign your life away for a pair of knockoff sneakers and a Charms Blow Pop, okay? Look, I went through something very similar in college with a credit card company that ensured I didn't have good credit until well into adulthood. Okay, it's not quite the same experience. There wasn't actual magic involved, but at the time it felt like a magic money card. You get my point.
Sure.
Marie offers the sneakers to Catherine again, playing on her insecurities. Fortunately, Catherine listens to that tingling stranger danger sense and gets the hell out of that tent for good. You fell for it again. Of course not! We're only 6 minutes into the episode. She completely ignores all the reservations you can see on her face and takes the shoes and will undoubtedly come back for more later.
It means too much to me.
My issue with this episode thus far, aside from it borrowing the entire character beat from the tale of Badge, is that we did very little to establish that Catherine feels average. At least Badge showed us the brother stealing all the spotlight and Gwen sucking at wind instruments. We see Catherine fail at one long jump. She gets along great with her sister and shows how clever she is by helping her sister remember the names of countries. In order for me to believe that she would take this deal no questions asked, when clearly she knows something is wonky about the shop, I would need at least a minute or two more devoted to showing how average she is, or at least thinks she is. Anyway, Catherine takes the shoes, and then this happens. She has a sinister laugh and vanishes along with her stall. Catherine, if you come back to this hag for more later on, you're an idiot and get everything that's coming to you. We transition to another day back at the track and field tryouts. Catherine is wearing her new sneakers and crushes all the other girls in a run. The coach is impressed, and the girl that offered encouragement earlier compliments Catherine and asks how she did it. Catherine goes to answer, but then something odd happens.
I'm fast and you're slow. That's how I did it. So, looks like you're not as special as you thought.
Okay, so Marie took your kindness? It's really hard to know because this doesn't appear to be a permanent change in her personality. We see her being nice to her sister in the very next scene and willingly offers to help her with her homework when asked. It's also at that point that Catherine sees another side effect of her deal. Okay, I see what's going on here. We're just redoing the tale of the Dark Dragon, which is not a good sign for my review. I'm pretty sure Dark Dragon got me more heated than any other episode with its message and resolution. The mole on Catherine's face appears to have only been a momentary vision, as it's quickly gone from her face and reflection. The next day at school, Catherine accidentally bumps her locker door into Prince Eric, and the two start talking. Catherine is a bit shy, but gathers the courage to ask if he wants to hang out after practice, but gets interrupted.
Maybe after practice we could... Hi, Eric. So, we still on for tonight?
Absolutely.
I mean, he didn't reject you. You didn't actually ask. It's certainly no reason to do anything stupid. You're an idiot.
How would you know?
I want to talk about the scene where Catherine is talking to Eric real quick. For me, there was something off about the girl who sweeps Eric away. The dark hair, the look she shoots Catherine, and the fact that we never see her again. I thought it would have been a great reveal if that girl were actually Marie, disguising herself with magic and running interference to get Catherine to come back to her stall. Sadly, the episode never confirms that, but it is my headcanon for the story.
Of course.
Marie still wants Catherine's ring, but she refuses to trade it, so Marie offers to take something that means nothing to her again, resulting in...
Like what? You didn't take anything before.
Oh, you think so?
How are you not asking for specifics at this point? It is painfully obvious that Marie is in on the joke that you are the butt of. Look, you have something that Marie wants as much as she has something you want. Demand to know what is being traded, and if she really wants what you have, she'll tell you what it is.
Shall we make the trade?
Or yeah, just agree before you've even chosen the item that suits your needs. Really? That's what you traded part of your soul for? An ugly green dress? So just to be clear, you are now trading an unknown for an unknown. Will you continue to get dumber as the story goes, or have we reached rock bottom yet?
No.
Later that night, we learn what Catherine traded for the ugly green dress. Right, the green dress.
Where are you going? We were having fun.
Fun? Tutoring an idiot? Go to the library and help yourself and leave me alone.
It's still so unclear on what she's lost. She was normal, then mean for a second at the track, then normal, then mean to her sister for a second. Both of these are the same thing. I feel like her personality should have changed and stayed that way throughout the episode. You know, like she's becoming more confident, but also arrogant and driving away the people she cares about. Going from this...
Help me with my social studies later?
You got it.
...to this.
Don't touch my stuff.
That way, in the end, she can realize that she's lost the things she actually cares about.
Yeah.
Catherine catches herself in a mirror looking well more horrific than her last glimpse. As a result, she breaks the mirror. The next day at school, Catherine tries to apologize to Sue, the girl from the track tryouts, but this happens.
You know the stuff I said the other day after the race? Nothing. Forget it.
What? Now I'm even more confused as to what she took. Did she take Catherine's kindness, or did she just take Sue away as a friend? I mean, nothing makes sense based on Catherine's actions, and this threatening appearance by Marie makes even less sense. Based on the previous interaction, shouldn't Catherine have just changed personalities in the middle of her sentence? You know, something like, about what I said after the race the other day. I meant every word of it.
Weak.
Catherine runs to the bathroom in a panic, where Marie sets upon her again, giving her a makeover. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's cursed magic. Marie says that she was also beautiful once, and reveals why she's been hiding her face.
But now...
Marie tries to tempt Catherine into another trade, this time for 2 tickets to a very popular sold-out concert. Catherine actually comes to her senses and rejects the offer. I mean, you probably could have had her if you hadn't revealed your true form, you evil hag.
Whoa, easy. What's with the personal attacks?
Catherine runs out of the bathroom and directly into Dreamy McGrinsalot. The two seem to have real chemistry, but, they both come across as shy. As Eric starts to walk away, those tickets magically appear in Catherine's hand. Turns out Eric spent the night trying to get tickets for that concert, but failed, so he's overjoyed to go with her to it.
Great, I'll pick it up around 9, is that okay?
Can't wait.
All right, excellent, yeah.
Hold on. A moment ago he said this.
I never really met you, and now you're everywhere I turn.
So, how does he know where you live or how to get a hold of you? Stalker alert! He's lucky he's not one of the uglies, or that would be an immediate restraining order. That night, Catherine can't find anything to wear, so of course, she heads back to Hagmart, only this time Marie doesn't ask for anything.
No need. I'm about to get exactly what I want.
How are you this much of a moron? We have had some dumb kids throughout the first 5 seasons of this show, but Catherine here is taking it to a whole new level. I could buy it if Marie came across friendly and seduced Catherine with her deepest wants and desires, but she's been pretty blatant that she's up to no good, and all for some shoes, ugly clothes, tickets, and some foundation and blush. What Catherine doesn't realize is that this time her sister followed her to Marie's and made a deal of her own.
I know all about Marie. I know that she gives you stuff for free.
It is not for free!
See, Now, this is how I imagine Catherine should have been after making her trades. Fundamentally a different person. Anyway, Catherine tells her she needs to give the stuff back to Marie, but her sister calls her selfish and heads off to get what she wants. Catherine hears Marie laughing. She turns her mirror over to see...
Do you have everything you want now? I know I do.
Eric arrives to pick Catherine up for their date. Catherine tells her mother that she's not ready yet and then runs to her sister's room to see that she has suffered the same fate. Catherine sneaks out of the house and goes back to Marie's to return all the stuff, but finds out it's too late.
I took your life. Now it's your turn to find some greedy girl who feels sorry for herself.
Catherine asks Marie to leave her sister alone. Marie says there's no need to since she has everything she wants, but Catherine points out that she doesn't have her ring. Catherine then makes a passionate plea for Marie to take the ring and spare her sister, saying,
Just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
Marie really does want that ring for some reason and promises to return Joyce's life for it. The trade is made, and then...
No! It's not fair! Wait!
The stall vanishes and Catherine finds that she and her sister have been returned to normal. Joyce asks what happened to Marie, and Catherine provides an answer that will in no way leave the audience wondering what actually happened.
I think she wanted too much. And I wanted what counts.
Yes, thank you. That's super helpful. My best guess is that because the original curse was based on greed, and Catherine made a trade for a selfless reason, it undid the curse. But I would have liked, some confirmation of that. Anyway, the girls head home and arrive just as Eric is about to leave. Catherine tells him that she lost the tickets, but instead of just leaving, he says that they should go for a walk. He says that he just wanted to get to know her. Catherine says there isn't much to know and that she's pretty average. Eric responds while letting his Canadian accent hang out.
Somehow I doubt that.
Back at the Midnight Society, Gary ends the meeting. Everyone starts to head home, but Tucker confronts Stig about his lie. Stig reveals that he did bring something, but didn't want to show it because everyone else brought such cool stuff. Tucker pressures him into revealing what it was, which is a picture of his goldfish. He doesn't want anyone else to know because he thinks they'll think he's a geek. And for the first time, I have to respect Tucker's actions.
Hey guys, wait till you see this!
Tucker, you're dead.
Now for the review. This episode has me on the fence. I enjoyed the concept, the acting, and the effects makeup, but the lack of lore, clumsy execution of Catherine's trade losses, and our main character's constant bad decisions really ruin it for me.
Yeah, so?
The settings were pretty average. We get a school track, and Catherine's house. The thing that had the most potential was also the biggest letdown. Maria's stall looked and felt cheap, which, it probably was. If her stall were an actual shop front that appeared, I would have been more willing to believe Catherine wandering into it. This just looked like someone put some sheets up on their gazebo.
Look closer.
The story. As I said at the start of the review, I like the concept. My main issue is the lack of subtlety in our villain and the stupidity of our main character. If I were going to do this, I would have spent the first few minutes focusing exclusively on Catherine, showing us the things she's average at, showing us her extreme shyness, and also showing us her support system. Really display the relationship she has with her friends and sister. When we finally meet Marie, she wouldn't be clad in black. She would appear normal and be a charismatic salesperson. Like Sardou, but, competent.
Ah, you have a sharp eye.
Marie should seem benevolent, only wanting to help Catherine. Catherine should never question the trades because she trusts Marie. I would have her get a peek at Marie's true form when she returns to the shop for the second time, but, she dismisses it because it's through a window or on a reflection and then is gone. Each time Catherine makes a trade, she gets something she thinks she wants, but her personality changes without her knowing, making her ugly on the inside and driving away those close to her. We should also see the effects of those things in a grander way, which feeds into her wanting to make more trades. Show a quick montage of her making the team and then winning events and being celebrated. When she gets the beauty transformation, have everyone in the school take notice of her and have her get the attention of the popular crowd, leaving her friends by the wayside. It isn't until Joyce gets roped in that she sees Marie's true form and that the monster Catherine has become on the inside manifests on the outside, and starts to appear on Joyce as well. Then you wrap up the story just as you did in the episode.
Hey, that's cool.
The scares. There are no scares in the episode, but I believe that's intentional. The reveal of Marie's face is more shocking than scary, but I do appreciate the makeup effects. It is some grade A body horror for a kids show. Younger me wouldn't have found this one scary either, but it would have made him extremely jealous of Eric's good looks.
Since when are you checking out guys?
The acting in this episode was great. Sue is barely in the episode, but she does well with her brief scenes. Eric was your traditional good-looking nice guy, but showed some genuine chemistry with Catherine. Joyce is an excellent younger sister. You buy her relationship with Catherine, and she also showed some range when she became the bad girl. Catherine was a solid lead. I don't think the character was written well, but she acted the hell out of it. I believed her displayed emotions throughout, and only wish she'd been given more opportunity to show her dark side.
I can't.
The adult acting is also good. The mom is blink and you miss her, so I'm not going to be covering her, but Marie was a great villain. She doesn't get to display much range since she's mostly just evil, but she does evil very well.
I always get what I want.
Kiki, while I prefer this to David's The Tale of the Dark Dragon, The Tale of the Vacant Lot does not meet the approval of the Midnight Society. The Midnight Society members poll on this one was, at the time of recording this video, 97% in favor of, with 3% against. So not only am I being overruled, but I feel a mutiny coming on. Well played, Kiki. Well played.
Everything has a price.
Thank you to my patrons financially supporting the channel on Patreon. Jimmy Purcell, Rick Maxwell, Sean Hart, Jay Booth, Tony Ebers, Jessica Tim, EC, JR Green, Emilio Flores, and AJN. You all made a great trade. And it didn't cost you your looks! If you want early access to videos as well as bonus behind-the-scenes content, you can join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Check it out at patreon.com/jackofallnerds.
Don't you want to trade?
I want to thank the following Midnight Society members for participating in this video's poll. And for being completely wrong about the quality of Kiki's story. I guess you're all not as special as you thought. Hey, everyone. Look, about the stuff I said before, I meant every word of it. I'll bet you all thought we were having fun here. Fun? Explaining Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes to a bunch of idiots? I'm so sorry, everyone. Look, Marie's making me say this stuff. She's mad-dogging me from off camera through her smock. I want to rip that smock off her face and lick those luscious face sores. Oh, why would you make me do that? You're sick, lady, sick. Oh, it tastes like it looks. Anyway, what did you all think of Kiki's story? Did you see it as a kid? Would you trade your life away for an ugly outfit and concert tickets? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to check out the next episode on The Tale of a Door Unlocked. Until then, are you afraid of the dark?
Hello? Is it me you're looking for?
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and a share. Don't forget to subscribe. If you do, I will trade you anything. Do you hear me? Anything! Well, not anything. You know, something that doesn't mean anything to me, like my Pog collection, or I got a sack of marbles, or a partly used Mad Libs. Okay, it's fully used.